Good evening, Chattanooga fans. We're back. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. My name is Nate or Nutty. In just about 4 minutes, we are going to have the second matchup of our out-of-conference play in the Collegiate Conference Championship Series. In the Collegiate Conference Series. Got everything about to kick off, I believe, like right now. So there's not going to be too much of an intro. Texas State is the opponent on the chopping block tonight. Chattanooga coming off a dominant 3-0 win against the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Very fun series that went down like in the middle of Sunday night. Day before Memorial Day. Fun series. The MVP was Stormy, racking up, I believe it was 6 goals. No, 7. 7 goals in 3 games with an explosion in Game 2. 5 goals and 3 saves. The dude was clicking. He was clinical, in all honesty. It felt like last season, Stormy was kind of the one who got overshadowed by Steel Streak, our captain, and Tylenol, who just had the bulk of the offense. But Tylenol almost, and this isn't a bad thing whatsoever, kind of took a back seat, in all honesty. He played more of a third-man role and absolutely killed it. He did exactly what he needed to, and he looked good doing it. I've, real quick, got to get one thing figured out, and then it looks like we'll be ready to go. Get this. This here. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Cool, got it. All right, so this is Chattanooga's second series of the week. Texas State has not played a series yet in the summer semester of CCS. Pardon me. Really rude to just kick you guys. My bad. But Texas State was a good team last semester. They were 3rd in the Sun Belt Conference. Fourth in the Sun Belt Conference. In their non-con. So sorry. In their non-con, they ended up going 2-2 with an 8-6 game differential. Had a big win against Baylor. That was super nice. And took North Texas to 5, which is impressive. Texas State in their conference play went 2-3 with a 9-9 game differential. They had a series against Old Dominion in Week 5 where they lost 3-1, and that essentially started the downfall of their season. Chattanooga, as you know, went 5-5, 18-19 in games, but it was their first time ever playing a real competitive league such as CCS. We have brought on the man currently chilling out in chat, our coach, Turtle or Shalona. And let me tell you, folks, the differences that have been made, it's impressive. The guys looked really good against an App State team that they lost to in 5 in the spring. We played them. Chattanooga and App State played February, I want to say 24th, 2025. 3 months later, and 3 months and 1 day later, actually, excuse me. Completely different series. App State took the one in February in 5. Just defensive blunder after defensive blunder for Chattanooga. But it was oh so different this time. As, if you'll excuse me, we've got to get some things figured out. Seems like people are leaving the match. So maybe not good. We are getting underway. The players are joining the lobby. It's just time to figure out if this is the correct lobby to play in. This is a big match because Texas State obviously wants to get a good start to their season. Oh my gosh, I'm throwing things. Obviously, Texas State wants to start off their season strong. after what, in all honesty, was a disappointing spring semester. And what better way to do it against an improved team in Chattanooga? But the UTC boys are trying to prove, in all honesty, to the entire CCS scene, that this is a different roster. It's not a different roster. Just, they're different, in all honesty. They look so much better. Evo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Go Mox, per usual. Chattanooga is, I'm diverging, but it's fine. Chattanooga is playing in the Big South Conference in CCS play. Hi from Russia. Go to bed. It's got to be like 3 a.m. there. Shout out the Russians. Appreciate you, boss man. Yeah, so Chattanooga normally in NCAA athletic play plays in the Southern Conference, which has like Samford, Mercer, Wofford, Virginia Military Institute, stuff like that. However, no SoCon teams are participating in the CCS, so they have joined the Big South with High Point University, Winthrop University, and UNC Asheville. UNC Asheville, Chattanooga, and Winthrop participated in the spring, but High Point is new. You're bad at English? That's okay. Just watch the game, and it'll be fun. I don't know Russian. I barely know English. Chattanooga suffered an unfortunate time in Big South play last semester, with Radford being the number 6 team quite literally in the entire country, and Winthrop being above average. They fell to Winthrop twice, which they shouldn't have, but you didn't hear that from me. And they slammed UNC Asheville. They did not make the conference finals. The ultimate goal of the CCS is to make the 64-team championship bracket, which is now 32 due to the lesser amount of teams participating in the summer. Chattanooga is going to need to win their conference or have an outstanding resume to be one of the at-large bids. It's kind of like March Madness if you're a big college basketball fan. But this is, in my opinion, the biggest match of the season until the conference tournaments. In all honesty, a good non-con, if you're not going to make, if you're not going to win your conference, is crucial to even being a thought for the championship bracket. Otherwise, you will be an afterthought and be kicked to the curb. Chattanooga wants to prove that they are no slouch. They did that last spring in the non-con, going 3-1, only losing to that App State team, but their strength of schedule was abysmal. Texas State is the best team that they have played out of conference since they have started playing in the CCS. This Texas State roster is good. They're not going to slouch over and die. As it seems we are just waiting for the Texas State boys. Seems like there are some connection issues. Waiting for one of the Texas State boys, Geed, to boot his game up because it's not working. You know, sometimes that happens. Real quick, roster checks. On the Chattanooga side, you have the 3 boys who have repped the UTC banner since November. And I'm switching this song. I'm sorry. You've got the man, the captain, the guy who's been here. This is his 7th semester. He's done 3 fall semesters, 3 spring semesters. This is his first summer semester. He is reaching UNC status. Steel Streak, the captain. One of my best buddies. On his right-hand side was the MVP of the spring, Gucci Tylenol, a.k.a. Braden, a.k.a. The Machine. Dude led the team in goals and assists in the spring semester and had a 69% goal participation. That's pretty nuts for anyone who is unaware. As actually, I lied. It's Evo, Geed, and Lyle. Or no, wait. This is Lucky. I'm just capping. As we will get everything ready to go. And officially, get the second series of Chattanooga season underway. UTC versus Texas State. An early series in week 1 happening on a Tuesday. Texas State trying to start their season off right. Chattanooga trying to prove some people wrong and go 2-0 in their out of conference. A little bit of an opportunity here for Texas State with just Stormy to beat, but his 1v1 defense is no slump. Tylenol chasing the ball. Geed with a team bump on accident, but still beats Steel Streak to the ball. It's Stormy, awkward as he is backwards, but able to get back to it. The physicality and the demolitions, strong for both teams here. There have been 5 in the first 30 seconds. Stormy can't reach that ball. Evo gonna try and put it on target. Steel Streak with a heroic save off that post, and a doink, but Lucky's still there. Stormy with another save, and Chattanooga battling on their back line. Tylenol can't get the clear past Lucky. Now it's Steel Streak. The minimal boost gets the reset, but it can't get past Geed. The 50 goes down. Lyle is there. Tylenol runs interference and almost restricts the sight line for the Texas State players. Lucky now. Chattanooga on their back foot. A huge save there from Steel Streak. It will trickle out for the moment. Geed assists Chattanooga in the clear, but Lucky keeps it in. Can't get it past the second or third member. Chattanooga battling in their half. Finally able to break out, but for how long? The last man back takes his time, but gets bumped off the ball. Nevertheless, he recovers. Tylenol, as that third man commits and gets beat, an opportunity on the breakaway. But Texas State just not fast enough. Lucky's going to be able to rip this ball. It is off the crossbar. Tylenol with a huge save. Geed puts it under, and Texas State strikes first. A broken play from the get-go. Tylenol does what he can, but it's Geed, the star player, who finishes it off. But Steel Streak, can he get the kickoff goal? Oh, he reads the save from Geed. Steel Streak with the big brain play. And the captain makes his mark on game 1. Look at that. Beautiful positioning from him. And able to put that ball exactly where it needs to be. UT Chattanooga with the equalizer at the kickoffs. Something that Coach Turtle honed in on over this last week. And it looks like it's coming to fruition. 50 now. Geed a little bit awkward. Going to dump it off to Lyle, who has minimal boost, so able to move it away. Tylenol now on the drop to his captain as he starts his assault on the Texas State defense. To number 1, but Geed puts the ball on target. It's a misread from Tylenol, but he adjusts, able to get it out for a moment. Steel Streak with a poor touch. Can Lucky sink it? No! Geed, the third man, going to be able to rip this ball on target. Stormy with another incredible save. And Chattanooga survive again, but there's more pressure. Geed can't find the 50 with Stormy. Chattanooga has a lot of boost, but do they have the positioning? Not necessarily. Finally, they get a little bit of room to breathe, but Geed immediately pressures them. While that last man, this clear is not read by Steel Streak, but Stormy gets the beat on everybody. Tylenol, soft touch on target. Geed with a save. Stormy, as that second man starts his assault. 50 out from Texas State. As they get a little bit of time to breathe, trying to hunt some bumps. Maybe hunt the back of the net. 1v1. Tylenol can't get it over Geed. And here he goes on the reset. Can he outplay the entire team? He can't, but Lucky sure can. Top left corner. Texas State reclaims their lead. Steel Streak just jumping for joy, trying to put a hand up. Chattanooga, 2 minutes to respond. Steel Streak doesn't have the reset. Lyle's touch almost lines Stormy up for the double. A little bit quiet showing from him in this game 1. momentum to accelerate if they want to get this comeback. Stormy tries to find the angle off that back roll. He does. Can't be forced in. Geed able to get the clear. Tylenol as that third man commits and whiffs, but Stormy backs them up. Geed now one man to beat it. Just Steel Streak. Instead opts for that corner boost. Lucky. Can't find the centering ball. Now Tylenol with minimal boost. Gonna have to pass it off to Stormy. The 50 goes high. Is anyone there for the follow? Tylenol gets the demo. Lucky misses. Net is empty for a moment. Stormy shoots, but Lyle with the heroic save. That was the opportunity for Chattanooga. Oh, and it might be a mistouch. No own goal. But the pressure here now. Stormy gets out of position, able to recover back for the save. But Tylenol can't find the 100 boost. So Lyle and Texas State able to hunt for a third goal. It's forced, it's on target, and Lyle does get credit. Texas State extend their lead and look to take this game one in stylish fashion. Tylenol had the opportunity, but his first touch blundered away. Lucky just killing time. Chattanooga need to break out of their half. Score with at least 1 second on the clock. Maybe that was the opportunity. Lyle with a miss, but no one capitalizes. Stormy gets the save, but can Geed put it on? No. Oh, the heroics! Geed, what a play! Look at this recovery. Whiffs, but recovers. No, he doesn't. He just stays with the play and dumps a pass down to Lyle, who sinks the dagger into Chattanooga's heart for game one. And it might be fine. Lyle dumps it down to Evo, who can't force it in. Chattanooga trying to get something going, but it doesn't matter. They falter in game one. 4-1 the 5. Okay, never mind. The own goal makes it 5-1. Pardon me. As Evo gets his second of the game. This ball was not on target. Maybe it was. Chattanooga, the first time they faced any adversary. Adversary? Is that the word? Yes, adversary. First time they faced adversary this season. And look at the shot totals for Texas State. 16 shots to Chattanooga's 4. They were boxed in their own half. Chattanooga 11 saves, but it wasn't enough. We advance to game 2. Chattanooga needs a momentum switch here. Maybe it's in the form of a kickoff goal or a highlight play or just some simple possession. Here's the opportunity off the crossbar. The give and go from Stormy and Steel Streak. Almost a beauty of a passing play, but Texas State survives. Lyle poaches that ball away, and Geed gets the 50, so it's left with Lucky. Takes his time, but it's sent straight to Steel Streak. Lyle, the last one back. Can he get the read? He can. Pops it up high. Tylenol coming out of nowhere. Gets the 50. Oh, and it's in. Tylenol tells him to hit the weight room and takes the 1-goal lead 30 seconds in. Evo goes a little bit too high. And Tylenol, the beneficiary of it. He might have one more in store. Pops it high. Can he find the read? No. Lucky the first one there. Stormy a little bit awkward. Tries to get the back pass down to Steel Streak, and he does. Geed hunting, trying to steal Steel Streak's light. Instead, he plays the 50, but it's not good. Stormy has to retreat and recover. He does. Gets it past Geed on the wave dash. Instead, leaves it for Tylenol, but Stormy dies for his efforts. Tylenol hunting the aggression, the physicality, the demos, but Steel Streak gets straightened out. On the turn, Tylenol gets speed. It's going to have to be Stormy's control. He pokes it away. Steel Streak goes, pops it over the incoming offender of Lucky. Allow back to that corner. Tylenol with a little bit of boost and a little bit of space. Uses his flip, opts to take the 50, but instead it's Stormy who puts that ball on target. Numbers now for Texas State. Lyle can't find it. It's off the crossbar and somehow stays out. Steal streak. Beautiful poise and defense. Tylenol's 50. Goes straight to Lucky. Lucky tries to pop it. It's crossbar down. Where's the follow? Geeds is down as well. Lyle's there. It's high again. Stormy with the save. Lyle saves his own teammate's shot. And Texas State can't convert. And it's a 2-goal swing. My oh my. Steal streak. Somehow just beats Geed, who was backwards. Chattanooga has got to feel ecstatic after that turn of events. But Texas State, too formidable of a team to let it get to their heads. Steal streak with a board touch, has to recover, and he does. The defense coming in strong for the Mocs, but it's the Bobcats who are threatening. Keith pops it high, looking for Lyle. Can Lyle get the soft touch in? It's off the crossbar again! They can't buy a goal here. Lucky tries to keep it in. Steal streak takes the 50. Stormy comes in quickly. Keith pass back to Lyle off the back wall. Tylenol with the save. Puts it to the right over towards Steal streak, but Geed poaches. It's off the post again. Lucky high as well. Unbelievable. You cannot make this up for Texas State. Knocking on the door repeatedly, but it won't break. Steal streak with the save. Oh my gracious. I cannot believe what I am seeing. Geed and Stormy trade demos. And the offense starts again. Lucky down looking for Geed, but it's touched too far out of his reach. Geed off that back wall, tries to find a teammate. Instead, demos. So many demos for both teams. Physicality. The big storyline. Ball flows high, but Lyle is minimal boost, so Stormy tries to take the 50 with them. Both players miss, so it's Lucky with the hard touch into the opposition's corner. Also clear, there's just one man to beat. Stormy tries to put it past him. Can't do so. And then it's empty for a moment. Can he guide it and way to victory? But no. Steal streak waiting. Blocks that ball on target. The demo's humped, but the ball is off indeed. Lyle with the flick over towards Lucky. Tylenol runs interference on it. Geed gets removed from the pitch, so it's Lyle who has to try and find a teammate. He's touched. 50 by two Chattanooga defenders. As Geed gets a demo. A moment of opportunity. Lucky tries to take it. It pops high. Geed is up. Tries to find the angle, but it's wide left. Even out with the catch. Tries to leave it for Geed. Beats out Tylenol. Lyle beats Stormy. Steal streak gets beat by Lucky. Tylenol rotates back and recovers just in time. Tries to start an aerial play of his own, but Geed poaches it immediately. Can he land on the ball? He can! What a play from the captain as Texas State put themselves back into the game. This time, we hear no dings and we hear no dongs. Texas State finally gets something going on the offensive half that is not off the crossbar. And it might be another one. Lyle can't light up a double tap. It's left for Lucky. His touch goes wide. Can Geed find the angle? He cannot. Steal streak has to play careful here. He does. Lyle can have a shot. Tylenol with the save. It pops high for Geed. What can he do with this? Tries to drop it down to Lyle. Lyle shoots, but it's off again. Steal streak making sure of that. Lucky now pops high. One member goes. Two members go. Lyle down to Lucky. It's just Steal streak. Stormy comes in support. And the final countdown begins. Chattanooga just need to hold on for a little bit more, and they've finally evened this series. The 50 comes in hard. Lucky's not there. It has to be done through the air. Geed hunting bumps, gets one. Stormy tries to kill. It pops. Geed keeps it up. Texas State with one more opportunity. It's going a long way. No, it's in the net. Oh! An unbelievable 0-second goal from Lyle. How on earth does this ball stay up? What? What? I don't believe what I just saw, for the record. This overtime here, so important. It feels like Chattanooga's hopes smushed. All momentum gone if they can't steal this out of the jaws of Texas State. Stormy's being hunted. That ball goes high. Lyle does have the read. But Steel Streak pounces. Lucky the last man back. Steel Streak tries to get the pass off, but Lucky recovers off that back wall. Tylenol keeps it in, but it's only to the likes of Keed, who lost it towards Lyle. Lyle now going off the corner. Not going to have the read. Steel Streak is there. Tylenol. It's a clearing touch, but for how long? Lucky now. Off that back wall. Stormy gets the read. And well done from him. He's bumped off the play. And that not empty. Lucky off that sidewall. Tylenol the read. No. Lucky tries to shoot, but Steel Streak there. Lyle now on the pop. Gets the 100 boost. One more man to beat. Steel Streak wins the 50. But Lucky bolting a boost and a lot of space. Stormy eventually gets that save. No breakaway opportunity. Ski tries to find Lucky. Awkwardness there from Steel Streak. Tylenol has to bail him out. Lyle with the catch, but gets the team bump. Steel Streak with a little bit of space, but Geed there immediately. Stormy now tries to break out of their own half. Can he? No. Lyle keeps it in. Texas State again dominating the possession. And the pressure. Ball lost straight to Lyle, but Tylenol with an incredible save. Steel Streak's ball goes on target, but Lucky with the clear. Where's Tylenol? Team bump comes in from Chattanooga, and it might spell disaster. Stormy able to get back in time and buy a few seconds for his teammates to rotate back. Ball's left for Tylenol. Two members of Texas State on low boost, but Lucky's the only one that has some. Stormy has to avoid the bump on the play. He does. Does he land on the 100? Yes. The boost economy above average for Chattanooga as the 50s won by Tylenol. Maybe an opportunity here, but the demos spell disaster. Stormy lofts it high. It's going to be a free touch for Keed, who gets harassed. Stormy trying to make a way for Chattanooga in. Lucky, the first one there though. Stormy gets the 50. It's going to be over to Geed, but Tylenol might be the first one to it. Turns, and he has the boost advantage. Looking for Steel Streak. Steel Streak jumped a little bit too hard. Stormy takes the 50, and it's a good one. Off that back wall. Lyle puts it back into the corner. Geed has a little bit of space on the Musty. It pops high, but Stormy puts it back towards that sidewall. 3 minutes into overtime, and Lyle might find the dagger. It's high again. Stormy with the clear. Geed waiting in the wings with a 100 boost. Pops it high, gets bumped off the play, tries to run interference for Lyle, who dumps it. Geed back to Lucky. Steel Streak tries to find the read, but he can't. Lucky gets the sidewall. Stormy has to be careful here. Goes high off that back wall. Tylenol gets rotated as he was on the back lines of Texas State. Steel Streak poaches this ball away. 50 goes neutral, but over towards Tylenol. Lyle has no control. Stormy gets beat. Steel Streak keeps the ball in. The second member going is Lyle. It pops high. Tylenol will be the first one to it. Can he get a light touchdown on target? It is on target. But Gee with the save. Stormy now lofts it center. Lucky has enough boost to clear. And here comes the Bobcats. Lucky puts it under one, but Tylenol there in time. Stormy now tries to find the captain, but he has minimal boost. Tries to get the 50 with Geed. He does. Stormy's 50 goes center towards Tylenol. Quick reaction time for him. But Lyle now. His first touch solid, his second touch poor. Tylenol has two members to beat. The flick doesn't favor either team quite yet. Lucky the first one to it. Stormy can't find the read. It's going to be a free ball for Steel Streak. Opts to just shoot it, but Geed beats him out. Tylenol, the net's empty. Is it on target? It's down and in! Chattanooga fends off the Texas State comeback. And after 4 minutes in overtime, secures game 2. Pristine shot location from Tylenol, who finishes as the MVP with 2 goals. Again, 18 shots from Texas State, only 2 going in, but only 5 saves from Chattanooga. 11 shots recorded that did not find a UTC defender or the back of the net. The post and the crossbar will be haunting Texas State's nightmares for the coming nights. this series. All deadlocked at 1. Essentially becomes the best of 3. Lofts a ball that eventually would have fallen, but Tylenol was there and ready. Heed bumped off by Steel Streak, so Stormy. It's a light clear. Opts to take the 100 boost. Recovered. It's a nice shot from Lucky, but it's saved again by Tylenol. Or pardon me, by Steel Streak. Tylenol does eventually get back to that ball. Steel Streak plays the 50. Goes high towards Stormy, who 50s with Lucky. Dangerous opportunity here. Keith lining up the double tap, and he's not going to miss it. An overextension from Chattanooga. Tylenol awkward opts to go there rather than play safe on the back line. We've seen this before, though. Texas State takes a 1-goal lead, but a Rule 1. And it's Texas State's best player. The other 2 members discombobulated. And it's Stormy to Tylenol. The Rule 1 heroics from Steel Streak. That's one way to eliminate the best player of your opposition. But Lyle tries to get one right back. It's off the post. Can anyone recover? Geed can. It's only fair. Steel Streak opts to go for neither of the boosts. But it wouldn't have mattered. Chattanooga once more have to battle back from a 1-goal deficit. Texas State did not lead in game 2, but they might lead by 2 here, and they do. Offense is on full display for both teams. And this time it's Lyle. Who gets a good old setup from his buddy Geed. In this game 3. Not out of reach yet, but quickly becoming so. It might be 4. No one's going to have a read except Lyle, which goes wide. Double miss there. An opportunity. A breakaway. Can Stormy get back before Evo? No. Gets the 100 boost as well. Tries to start another opportunity of offense. Steel Streak now tries to boom it far down the pitch. And finally gets that center. He's sorting throughout the pitch. Lyle stops Chattanooga's offense in its tracks. Lyle now on the carry. Can he do it himself? He can. Little bit of a highlight from Lyle as he gets his 2nd of the game. But it's Geed who clears the path. And Texas State up 2. Opportunity off that kickoff, but it's sent away. Lucky gonna bury the 5th, and Chattanooga unraveling in game 3. Tylenol just entirely out of position. Just when it feels like Chattanooga has all the momentum after a 4-minute overtime victory, it's almost 6-1. That would have been a fantastic shot from Lucky to put himself on the board. But alas, it goes awry. Physicality coming out monstrously from Texas State. Feels like Chattanooga just missing that. It worked wonders in game 1 and 2. Not many bumps or demos to speak of for the Mocs here. Lyle tries to get the fake instead. Opts for the back pass to Geed. 2 members commit, but they split the wickets, and it will be 6. Steel Streak and Tylenol getting megged. And Texas State officially on the Brazil hunt. Stormy gets a read. Lucky going to be the first one to it as Steel Streak decommits. Tylenol tries to keep it in. But Lyle is still there. A little bit of some team bumps. Lucky that last man has to play delicately. But Keith just comes in and rockets that ball to the side. Stormy up looking for Tylenol. His shot's on target. Off target, pardon me, but it goes high. Steal streak up. He is. Can he bury it? No. 2 members commit for the save. The demo leaves for an empty net just for the time being. The Brazil is found. And game 3 officially out of reach. Chattanooga on their downfall, just a touch. Looking, hoping to have any sort of momentum. But as of now, nothing to speak of. Geed, look at this air dribble. Gets the reset, but it's Lyle who tries to sink it. Chattanooga's defense finally showing any signs of life, but it might be all for none. Steal streak finally gets it clear out, but Lyle waiting on the wings. Gets the catch and gets removed for his efforts. The demo's finally coming in. Chattanooga is whipping on the ball. Stormy tries to line up a nice angle off that back wall. Chandling is in her Kofer. Demos, goals, assists. He's just hunting at this rate. I'm sorry, that was extremely fun. He tries to lock the pass down towards the second man, and Lucky is not ready. Tylenol gets the clear. We're 47 seconds away from a Brazil, and it might be spoiled. Geed tries to outplay everybody. He does. 8-1 in favor of Texas State. Chattanooga's ego and pride might be a little bit damaged, but their chances at taking the series are not yet. Chattanooga just got to be looking for any sort of momentum swing, because this might be it here. Tylenol does sink his second goal of the game. And maybe heads turn for Chattanooga. Game 3 completely lost. We need to win 2 in a row to advance to 2-0 in the non-conference. Not a requirement, but certainly a luxury they would want to have. Stormy's touch goes down. Lyle's stuck without boost. Steal streak can't find the ball. Can Tylenol beat Lucky? He can't. It wouldn't have mattered. Texas State provides a dominant showing. Geed can't find the own goal. He gets the MVP award. 6 demos. Oh my gosh. This guy's fun. Look at that. 16 shots. Texas State is averaging, what is that? 16.66 shots per game. 6-7, I guess. Pardon me. Just domination, in all honesty, on the offensive half for Texas State. But Chattanooga still have time to battle back. This might be an opportunity. Lucky indeed returns to clear that ball away. Stormy now going to rip this ball on target, but Geed, what a save. Tylenol's shot goes high. Texas State, their offense is strong, but their defense at the moment is stronger. Stormy gets the 100 boost. Has a little bit of space to work with here, but his aerial play insufficient. Tylenol flicks it past everybody, and it sneaks in. That's my MVP. He did it all throughout the spring. Took a back seat a little bit versus App State. But the C-ball, hit-ball mentality sure is working for Tylenol tonight. It's converted into goals, but eventually it's going to have to convert into wins. Stormy gets a win. The net's empty for a minute. Can anyone find the read to put this ball in the back of the net? Tylenol is going to have a freebie, but Lyle with the heroic save. What an acrobatic effort. It's Tylenol's 50. Stormy's going to try and read it. He does. Disrupts. Lucky. As Steel Streak just going to shoot it, but Geed has a control on it. Or a handle on it, pardon me. Lucky beats two members. It's going to have to be Steel Streak to buy some time, and he does. Tylenol rips this ball off. Steel Streak was waiting in the wings. The third man not present for Chattanooga. Here they come. Lyle now. Throws this off the sidewall. Is anyone ready? Only Lyle, who leaves it for Evo, who rips that ball in. Stormy can't find it, and the game is tied. You've got to wonder when someone's going to cut or even just put a hand up for that ball. But it doesn't come in. 50-50 benefiting Chattanooga, but Geed was ready, waiting. Stormy whiffs on the ball. Geed is an empty net. Starts his carry, flicks. It's going to be a relatively easy save for Tylenol, but it goes off the post. Steel Streak able to get the 50. Now it's Lucky. Puts it high for Lyle, who sinks it. The 1-2 passing play. And neither of the Mocs can get a read on this ball. Tylenol trying to take it back pretty quickly. Lucky can't find a read. Lyle now gets demoed by Steel Streak, and Stormy keeps it in. Steel Streak looked for Tylenol, but Geed gets back in time. Stormy tries to keep it in. Off the back wall. Bumps are being hunted, but Lyle with the clear. Numbers now for Texas State, but Steel Streak somehow gets that ball over Lucky. Steel Streak on the pre-flip. Puts that off the back wall. It's an empty net. Stormy not going to be able to sink it as Lucky gets back. Lyle gets hunted, and the physicality is back for Chattanooga. Lucky tries to force one in. Can't. But Stormy with the whip. Tylenol tries to play the 50. What is happening? Chaos. Tylenol shoots, but it's a relatively easy save. Steel Streak commits there, which leads to numbers of 3v1. Can Stormy find a read on this ball? He can. And gets a little bit more. Drops it down to Steel Streak, who gets read by Lyle. Tylenol gets bumped. Can he recover? Play a 50. He can't, but Steel Streak in a relatively good position. That ball is going to float on target. It's off the post, actually. Pardon me. My eyes deceive me. But the pressure's not over yet. Lucky shot. Saved by Tylenol. He recovers onto that back wall and leaves it for Stormy to take care of. Heat over to Lyle. Stormy with the save. The boost economy for Chattanooga not in a good position. State stealing the 100 pads at free will and retreating to those mid boosts. Now Steel Streak is having a boost. Fakes one. Opts to go for the bumps. It's left for Tylenol, who tries to just put it on target. Lyle's a little bit awkward. A disappointing opportunity here, which will lead to a third goal for Geed. You feel like that had to be the one. Two members get bumped, and Stormy's 50 is just not sufficient. Might be a freebie. The kickoff goal can't come to fruition. With a minute and 15 seconds to go, the Musty comes in. It's left for Lyle. Demo comes back out onto Geed. Chattanooga break out of their half. Is it over Geed and falling in? Steel Streak tries to put it on target, but no. Unable. Stormy shoots that ball, but Lucky, right place, right time. Geed tries to get the doink, unable. Tylenol pops high. It's left for Lyle. Can't line up the double tap. Lyle can't find it either. Chattanooga just need to break out of their own half, but they don't have the boost nor the resources to do so. Stormy's being hunted. Evo's shot goes off the crossbar. This is the opportunity. Numbers here, but Steel Streak just can't turn on the ball. He's going to be able to rip this ball on target. It's saved away. Stormy Minimal boost, can't get back to it. Need one more flick might end this game. And it's off. New life. But Chattanooga's got to go, 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 go. Tylenol gets it out. It's over to Stormy. 1v1. He just rips it on target. Seconds being wasted. Tylenol misses. The final countdown begins. And Chattanooga will fall to Texas State. 3-1 in game 4. 4-1 in game 4, pardon me. 3-1 in the series. The Bobcats, the better team in this matchup, and they prove why. The ball is killed. Chattanooga drops to 1-1. A respectable non-conference. Good sportsmanship from all 6 of the boys on the pitch. Texas State comes out on top. Thank you. I'm going to say Seba, bro. I don't know. Seba, you're the king. You're the GOAT. Thanks for the follow. All right. Appreciate everyone being here. Eat 'em up, cats. Is that Texas State's slogan? I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right. Shout out the Texas State crew who came in here. Appreciate y'all watching. Good luck to everyone on their season. But that'll do it from me in the UTC broadcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast, enjoyed hosting y'all. I don't know what just happened there. Dude, there are no mocks in my chat. It's all Bobcats. This is great. You guys got a fantastic little fan section. All right, y'all take care of yourself. I'm headed out of here. GG's. Good night. God bless y'all. See you guys.